Medusa wasn't born a monster. She wasn't evil. She wasn't cursed at birth. She was created by gods who needed someone else to carry the blame. And once you hear the full story, it becomes very clear why they wanted her silenced. Before the snakes, before the fear, before her name became a warning whispered to children, Medusa was human, not powerful, not divine, just human. She served faithfully in Athena's temple, believing devotion meant protection, believing the gods rewarded obedience. She trusted the world she lived in. That trust would be her undoing. The temple was supposed to be sacred. Violence was forbidden here. The gods themselves were said to watch over those inside. But safety is an illusion when power enters the room, because the safest place in Medusa's life became the place where everything was taken from her. Poseidon saw Medusa, and like many gods before him, he did not ask. He did not hesitate. He did not fear consequences. Power does not need permission, and gods do not fear justice. What happened next was not love, it was domination, and the gods watched. No thunder split the sky. No punishment fell from Olympus. Poseidon walked away unchanged. Medusa was left alone on cold stone, staring at the ceiling, realizing something far worse than what had just happened. The gods had seen everything, and they had chosen silence. When Athena arrived, Medusa didn't beg for forgiveness. She begged to be believed. But belief was never the question. Blame was. The crime wasn't violence. The crime was being there. The crime was being seen. And someone had to pay. Athena didn't kill Medusa. That would have been mercy. Instead, the punishment began. Her hair twisted, bone cracking, flesh burning, until serpents replaced what once made her human. Every scream echoed unanswered. This was not justice. This was a warning. Then came the final cruelty. Medusa's eyes, once ordinary, once kind, became weapons. One glance could end a life, not in blood, but in terror. Imagine realizing your face is now something that kills, that even looking at someone is a death sentence. Medusa didn't stay. She ran. Not because she was evil, but because she was dangerous to anyone who came near her. She learned to walk with her head lowered, to avoid reflections, to live without ever meeting another person's eyes again. Loneliness became her punishment. People still came. They didn't hear her footsteps retreating. They didn't hear her whisper warnings in the dark. They saw her for half a second too long and became stone. Every statue was an accident, a mistake, frozen forever in fear. Medusa didn't hunt people. People hunted her. Warriors seeking glory, men wanting proof of bravery, heroes chasing legends. None of them wondered why the monster was hiding. They only wanted the story her death would tell. Fear doesn't turn off. Even exhaustion feels dangerous. But one night, Medusa slept. Her snakes were still. The cave was quiet. For the first time in a long while, she felt alone. She wasn't. Perseus didn't confront Medusa. He avoided her gaze, used reflections, kept his distance. The hero never looked her in the eyes, not even as he approached, because even heroes knew the truth was dangerous. There was no battle, no roar, no last words, just a blade falling in silence. Medusa never woke up. The world would later call this victory. Even in death, Medusa was not allowed peace. Her head was taken, mounted on Athena's shield, used as a weapon. The face of a punished victim turned into a symbol of power. The gods had won the story. Medusa wasn't dangerous because she was cruel. She was dangerous because she was unprotected. Her story isn't about stone. It's about silence. About power refusing responsibility. Calling her a monster made it easier. But Medusa didn't ask to be feared. She asked to be safe.